Hello, magical souls. Welcome again to another little download. This time I was time traveling. So I've been teaching people how to time travel once they've activated their Merkaba. So first we do the level one Merkaba activation and level two. But from level one, you can already start time traveling. So I was recently time traveling because I asked to do so. I take Archangel Michael with me and we go time traveling to different places. And this particular time, I time traveled back to one of my own past lives. And it was quite a lot of fun. We went to a time when I can't quite put my finger on the time, and I will go and have a little look at the fashions and things to see when it was. But I do remember being in a dorm room with other women. I was quite young, and all the other women were quite young as well. I was female in that lifetime, and it was that time when you used to have to take a brick of some sort and heat it up in the fire. Then you put it between like two thick blankets, and then you put it in your bed to heat your bed up before you even got into the bed. That was when that time was, so that you didn't get into an icy cold bed. And so there was that, and then all myself and all the other women in the ward, young women, we all had curled our hair and then tied it to our heads with little ribbons, and then put a hat over the top before we went to sleep, so that in the morning when we woke up, we could undo all the ribbons and our hair would come out in like little ringlets. That's, I don't know when it was. And we all were wearing white cotton long night dresses, that sort of thing. So that's where I was this week in in the past. And the when I woke up, I had to write down a poem, and it was quite interesting because I like poems and as much as the next person, but I'm not that well versed in poetry, should we say? And so I don't know. It felt like the poem that I downloaded felt very familiar. So it feels like it might already exist in this planet, in a book somewhere. And so it felt like so familiar, unless I wrote it down in that lifetime also, and that's why it feels familiar. I don't know. But if any of you that happen to hear this poem um, tell me that it's been written down by somebody already, then I will be able to go and have a look and see who wrote it down, and maybe it was me in a past life. I don't know. Very exciting stuff. Always something interesting happens when we decide to time travel. So interesting what comes up, what comes to the fore. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling and get on with reading out the poem that was downloaded. Okay, it's a very sweet poem. It's feels quite innocent, but interesting. The title of the poem is Love's First Sweet Lift of Joy. That's a bit of a mouthful. Love's first sweet lift of joy. So innocent and powerful. Love's tender, sweet delivery of hope. Love's first rush of purest light that lifts us higher than imaginable, that holds us in a state of exquisite delight and rushes onwards, filling our hearts and minds with promises of success and strength. A promise of eternity, love's first sweetness, so tender, that belies its fiery power, that belies its strength. Love's unseen tendrils that curl around our hearts and shape our movements, our actions, pushing us to speak and say that which we would not normally entrust upon another's ears, pushing us to do and act in new and innovative ways, guiding us to higher places, changing personality, changing perspective, love's sweet promise that blinds us to our earthly woes, that hides all pain, shrouds all suffering in cloaks of possibility, turning darkness into light, turning fear and madness into excitement, into strength, making available a seamless, never-ending, joyful cloud of timeless magic carpet ride that lifts us higher than imaginable, encompassing the true light, the true love available to us, showing the magic that lies beyond the veil, revealing all possibilities. Promise of heaven's own state, a promise of eternal love, love's sweet lift of joy. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that poem. And once again, please feel free to share with me any poems that you've downloaded yourself, received, or that you've made up, created. And if you are time traveling, if you would like to share any of your stories, I'd be very happy to hear them. Have a very magical day. Take care.